Okay, here we go. We are walking and talking through the topics you want to get into for the next hour. YouTube, what's up, the Cash Compound family on our YouTube channel? We are here for you. Ask questions, comments, concerns, substitutions, exchanges, refunds, if, ands, or buts. Here we go. The infinite banking concept is our topic today. Wealth building mindset. We were talking mindset a little bit earlier.
We were.
And mindset around some of our team members. Did we get new flags? We did. Look at this.
Oh, I didn't know what you meant by flags. Yeah,
It's
these.
not a flag. It's a.
Yeah, these are new.
It's not a flag, but it's
To help
kind
us
of
with
like
our
a flag.
Peas and
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, where are you on TikTok all over the country? I want to know where you are. We're in the northwest corner of South Carolina. It's called the Upstate, and we're walking and talking through the 3-cup setup. Jesse's got it right in front of us here. Jesse, tell us your story when it comes to IBC. And where are you from? North Carolina, South Carolina?
I'm from North Carolina. My story is I saw a stranger from the front of a room. You just happened to be seeing us on a phone. I saw someone live talking about how you could save and spend money at the same time. It intrigued me. I watched a presentation, had some questions answered, and got started myself. And for the better part of a decade now, I've been my own banker by having one of these save and spend systems.
Oh, I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome from Buffalo, West Texas, Southern Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Did I say it right? Let me know if I said that right. I'm sitting next to Jesse. I'm still over here. And what we do on this channel is we explain things with a 3-cup setup. Put a 1 in the chat if it's your first time here, and we'll walk you through infinite banking concept, how to save and spend your money at the exact same time. That's what we're doing. That's what we're all about here. And if you decide on a Thursday afternoon you want to get into a conversation with us that's a little bit more specific and visual, on these Thursday, 3:30 Eastern Time AMAs, we go live every week. We actually have a Zoom family and audience where we can see the visuals. We've got several numbers for you to back up the visual concept of the 3-cup setup, okay? Daniel says the trick is to spend other people's money. Let's go. There's only one place that you are guaranteed to be able to get access contractually to other people's money. It's guaranteed to get bigger for the rest of your life and be income tax free. And that is a mutual life insurance company. Jesse, tell us, what does that mean?
Well, a mutual life insurance company, we've all heard about life insurance. We've probably all heard about whole life insurance, but mutual life insurance companies allow policy owners to be part owners of the company itself, which brings these dividends that we like to show and talk about in this system into play. So we get to enjoy from the general performance of the company on top of the guaranteed growing compounding interest that we experience in the save and spend system. I was actually just thinking about a book that I read recently that was talking about Chrysler's bankruptcy, them going to the brink of bankruptcy and
So
all
that
the
was
effort that went into
in like 2008,
turning that
2010?
around. No, it was even before. It was even before then. I can't remember.
Lee Iacocca?
Yeah, that guy. Yep.
You didn't think I was read and
No,
educated.
no, I didn't. But I think it was. I feel like it was
Iacocca,
earlier
let's
than
go.
that. But
Y'all didn't
Yeah.
know about that. Oh,
finance that you were just
Iacocca is
that
80s.
finance that you were just talking about.
Iacocca is probably like 85.
Right.
Yep. But there was the big government bailout stuff during Obama, right?
Okay.
Cars for
When-
clunkers, cash
whenever
for
it
clunkers.
was.
You remember all that mess? I thought you were talking about that. Okay, Robin, what's good in San Diego today? I've only spent very little time in San Diego, but I do have family there. I have a cousin, and last time I stayed with her, I hurt myself in the shower. It was very bad.
I want to ask, and I'm not sure that I should ask. I am glad you're here, Miss Robin, though. Glad you got my message and joined on YouTube.
Oh,
awesome.
good. Okay, Robin. We're here to answer your questions today. Indianapolis is where our Zoom family is coming in from. What's up? And if you have questions for us, we can do visuals for you down here. If you get on that, you have the privilege of seeing things that everybody else can't see. I'm going to answer some questions on TikTok here in a second. I feel like I should move my TikTok arm back to my normal spot so we can get a better visual on the 3-cup setup. So I'm going to answer some questions about dividends here in a second, it looks like. So we might, move these over here a little bit. Cool. All right, we can both kind of get to them, but now we're blocking it from, it's tough. But Indianapolis is one of our favorite mutual insurance companies, lies downtown, big tower.
Mm-hmm.
Are you downtown? Do you know what we're talking about? That company has a great product for the process of IBC, infinite banking concept. Okay, the question from Star. What's up, Star? Welcome. Double tap on the, if you like, love, or learn something on TikTok, I like to show off my origami skills. And so we want to get some hearts from you guys. Thank you. Dividends aren't just refunds of my money. Well, let's talk about that. And I want to challenge the way we are thinking about dividends for a couple of reasons, not just one, and we're still friends. But dividends in the representation of our system are the extra bonus annual dollars that the insurance company gives us on top of our policy and the money we've contributed. So here's premium, cup one, numbers, our dollars we put inside the system. Cup one, the red one, out here. Jesse, what does that buy? What does premium buy from a mutual insurance company?
Death benefit.
All right, let's get some death benefit down here in cup three. Now, if we give them a little, they give us a lot, right? Our pennies buy their dollars.
Yes, for sure.
Okay. Now, it has to come out one day. This is whole life insurance. How long does that last?
Your whole life.
Got it. Okay. So you might die tomorrow. You might die when you're 115, but it's there. You bought it. Okay. Now, we're going to engineer policies specifically for cash value, which means we're going to also have money from the jump in cup two. Equity of the death benefit. Did you see where I got the dollars? Cup two, green one. Dividends is our question from Star. Dividends. Okay, Star, here we go. Let's get into it. Put a D for dividends, everybody. What are dividends? How are they categorized? Where do they go? A mutual insurance company has profits like other companies have profits, but mutual insurance companies, a little bit different than stock insurance companies, have profits but no owners. So who do they give them to?
The owners, the company owners, policy owners.
Policy owners. Okay, because I was like, well, hold on, they don't have any owners. Now, policy owners are the people who've contributed their money. Star's wondering, their money has contributed to the profits. Now, why in the world did they have profits this year? It's because not everyone died.
Yep.
Not everyone died this year. All the policy owners didn't all die. Not all the buildings burned down they were insuring. Not all of the cars crashed. Whatever type of insurance they have, they took in more premiums than they needed. So they refund you premiums, dividends, profits, while you still have a policy. So what we do each year is tell them, go ahead and pour your money, that's now my money, on top of the money I actually put in. So they are returning and refunding premium, no taxable event at all. But next year, if and when they have profits, they're going to have more money to return to me. Now, money inside the red cup buys more blue cup or death benefit, giving me more cash value. I am contributing more and more and more to the profitability where I'm getting the dividends. Hopefully you guys got that. And on top of that, don't you miss this. All you Dave Ramsey fans and Susie Orman fans and TikTok troll fans, dividends over time and the policies we're talking about for the use of cash, they end up returning more dividends to you than you ever paid them at all. So be careful when you say it's a ripoff because they're just overcharging you for the insurance, because over time, you have a policy built for this process and you have it long enough, you live a few years, dividends can way outpace what you ever gave them. So be careful when you just decide, oh no, it's a ripoff because they took my money and gave it back to me. Well, what if they give you more money than you ever gave them? Okay. Is that a good way? Did you ever think of it that way?
I love it.
Yeah. Okay. We're sorry that the camera keeps going in and out on our Zoom family out there. I see. We're giving you special treatment today. If you have questions, put them in the chat or go ahead and unmute yourself, walk and talk it out with Jesse. He can hear you at this moment, but I'm talking to a few folks out there.
I see Bridget's joined us also on YouTube. I believe we're scheduled for a conversation, if I'm not mistaken, Miss Bridget. So glad to see you there. Love to see any questions that we can address here.
Abel has a question on TikTok. Is there a program that I can use to run all my income through policies and then bills for the year? 100%. Number one, if your policies are producing the type of cash flow that you need to run your bills through them, all of them, let's go for it. Nelson Nash says that it does normally take the average man a few years to pull that off. How many years?
14 is what he says.
I thought he said 20.
Okay, 14 is what came into my mind.
20 is what I've been saying.
The point being,
to myself
it's not done overnight.
Yeah, it's normally not done overnight.
We're not talking about grocery money.
It's normally not done overnight unless your income is 25 times higher than your expenses. Then you can do it, right? But normally it's going to take a while, and it's going to take a handful of policies to do so. We highly suggest you get there. We're on our way, and that's our goal as well. So great stuff, Abel. Appreciate you. Okay.
I love it.
I think I've gotten this dude on here a few times before.
Awesome.
Okay, Ohio, what's up, Bridget? Yes, Ohio, where are you guys from out there? And let me know what questions that you have. Jesse and I are taking calls this week, and we're helping people understand. I just got off the call from a guy in Florida. He's a photographer, and he said, hold on, if I can save my money and spend someone else's, how can I run my debts through this system? I want to get out of debt.
Awesome.
I got all sorts of issues with unrestricted credit cards that I've spent money on. I have got mortgage that got kind of messed up when my mortgage got sold, all sorts of stuff like that. Oakland in the house. Let's go. Star, wouldn't it make sense to invest the money myself and keep all the profits? Well, how do you know that you're going to have any profits?
Where do you invest from?
Where do you invest from?
Where do you put the profits from?
Where do you put the profits? Jesse is asking some great questions out here.
Just good questions to think about.
Okay. Can anybody help me keep my system from going out? When the more technical things are on the table, the less Jesse helps. I'm always clicking all the buttons all the time. Okay.
You tell me what you need me to do.
Well, this keeps happening.
Yeah, I don't have you on the tech side.
Okay, what's up from Guam? Okay, Guam is almost United States, but it's like U.S., but not. Okay, you do need to put your roots down in the States to get this policy started. You don't have to be actual U.S. citizen, although if you're in Guam, you probably are, but you literally can't get a policy issued to you if you're in Guam. You can come to the States, and you can get it, and you can go home. But there we go.
I had an interesting conversation with a guy from the UK, England, this past week.
Love it. Okay, Star ask, insurance is for protection, correct? Not an investment? Exactly.
Yes, correct.
Exactly. Now listen to what we're saying as we walk and talk you through that. Insurance is for protection, and what we're protecting here is money and earning power. That's what we're protecting here. The insurance companies backed that and guaranteed that. There is liquidity, but we're not talking about an investment. Star, that's what you said. You said investment, not us. We responded to it, of course, but great, great question. King Ethan, I'm late. How does this work? You're right on time, baby. If you want to walk and talk through this personally on yourself or one-on-one at your own pace, we got a video for you. Go ahead and follow the Banking Bros right here on your screen, I believe. Click this circle twice or so. Go ahead and follow. We have a full 55-minute presentation for you. Okay, we're going to walk and talk you through it for the long road. We're going to put dollars in here, and dollars make sense, and we want you to see that.
Bridget, I love the question. Let's see. I want to pay off some credit cards. Okay, so you heard what we were saying there, and make home improvements. Fantastic. I've done the same thing. So let me just tell a little bit of my story. When I got started and I got my first policy, priority number one for us actually was to pay off credit cards, student loans, car note. So that's what my wife and I did. We were a young family. I feel like we had that all-American spread of debt. We wanted to pay some things off. So we funded our first policy and used the cash value, the equity that we could get to, right, to go out and pay those things off. That's what we did. And then we probably were about 2 years into this process, paying off debts, recapturing money, that we decided to do some improvements on the home. Spent several $1,000s to do some things in different parts of the home. So by that time, we'd actually gotten a policy on my wife as well. So it's something that we started for those initial goals. We were doing it, paying off debts, recapturing money, freeing up our cash flows. And then that allowed us to get a second policy. And then, of course, we approached the next thing, which was home improvements for us. So you can absolutely do that. I look forward to fleshing that out, what that could look like for you getting started.
Love it. We're here to answer your questions here today. And if we don't have tons of them, we'll go back to our 3-cup scenario, I think. The 4 I's. Maybe I'll make Jesse do it this time.
Sure. That's what I was thinking of when Star was asking the questions about investment and stuff, whatnot, is we all experience income and cash flow in some way.
Mm-hmm.
This system allows us to protect our income.
Love it.
It's the ideal place to put a percentage of our income because it does protect it. That's what I was thinking when she was talking about those great questions about, is it investing? What are the dividends? How does it all play out? I think that we should keep everything, like you said, we should keep what we earn. We should save our money while spending others for whatever it is that we're doing, like paying off debts, renovating the home, making investments, whatever it happens to be.
Great stuff. Star says, why does cost of insurance increase? And how does that determine? What's up, Liz? Our girl Liz is out there.
What's up, Liz?
Shout out to Washington State, Vancouver, Washington, which is somehow in this country because it sounds like it should be in Canada. All right. Why does cost of insurance increase, Star says? Well, cost of insurance, once you have level premium whole life, does not increase. But, of course, we're all getting older, and we're moving more close to mortality. That's the technical term in insurance. So we do not advise or make policies around here in our boutique environment that have rising cost of premium.
Right.
We don't make that kind. There is that kind, yes, 100%. And the reason that cost of insurance rises is because we're getting riskier to an insurance company as we move toward mortality. Does that make sense? Yes, Liz, love it. Okay.
All right, let me follow up on Bridget's comment about credit cards and home improvements then. So can you get a policy on your daughter and use it the same way? Absolutely. My wife and I have policies on all three of our children. That was another part of the natural progression is once we got policies on ourselves, and I would say that's the place for you or anybody to start, Bridget, get a policy on yourself, get some protection on yourself, and one of these systems on yourself. But then, of course, the natural progression is other family members to include your daughter. Absolutely.
Yes. Okay. We're taking questions out here. Put a 1 in the chat if it's your first time here at the Banking Bros page. You'd like to know how to save and spend your money over the course of 2024. The dollars that you make, I'm not sure if you make $1 an hour or $1 a day or $1 a second. If you want to keep your money this year, double tap on the screen, put a 1 in the chat. Let me know, and we'll start from the top. We've got a great explanation we'd love to share with you if you need it or you're just joining us for the first time, okay? And go ahead and share this information right about there. There's a share right about there, and your friends and family need to know what's happening here at the Banking Bros channel. Appreciate the ones. Appreciate the ones. It sounds like Jesse is going to start us and walk us through maybe the 4 eyes. The 4 eyes. Put 4 eyes in the chat right now, in the comments, in the chat, in the whatever. I'm going to answer one question for Robert, it looks like, but I, as Jesse gears up.
I was going to say we could do that with the example or whichever.
Okay,
Good.
So the question, is there an interest charge on the loan taking out the cash value of the whole life insurance policy?
So you've paid premium.
Is.
So you've paid premium.
We put in premium.
You put in premium.
Okay.
And just to give the visual for that answer that J-Do's given you. And it bought you that death benefit, right? And of course, the way that we build these policies, that we structure these policies, they've got a significant cash value right out of the gate. Yeah.
Cash value doesn't come from there, Jesse.
You like for me to pull it from here, literally. I got this big stack right here.
We'll make the death benefit bigger. Put it on a younger person, so the death benefit is bigger. I'm giving them a hard time. That's how we do.
I can handle it. So you've got this system, right? Now so for everybody else who can't see Robert's question, here's the question. Is there an interest charge on the loan that you're taking from the cash value? So I'm going to walk through this whole scenario and answer that question at the same time. I love that question, Robert. We were talking with some other folks earlier today about that very same question.
It was on our team call. We have a weekly call with our squad. Liz was on it. Liz could answer this. If you have any questions, ask Liz in the chat.
She knows what's up. So you've paid your premium. It created this death benefit and this cash value. Here's your system. And of course, you want to, like Bridget was saying, you want to pay off some credit cards, or like Star was saying, you want to make some investments, you want to make some home improvements, whatever it is that you want to do with money. This is your system. The insurance company will ask you 2 questions when you want to take some cash value from this system. They will ask you, how much of what's available do you want us to send to you? And do you want to check in the mail, or do you want a direct deposit, or what do you want? So You access capital from cup number 2 from your system, and you go out and you pay for that home remodel, or you pay that debt off, or whatever it is that you're doing. Make that investment. Okay. Now, because you did make a loan from this policy that you have with the insurance company, remember, the insurance company has to put our money to work. We want them to pay us dividends. We want them to be profitable, etc. So since they have to put money to work, of course, they're going to charge anybody interest. So what happens is, if I go and I know that they're going to charge me some interest, so the answer is yes. Robert, to plainly answer you right here at this point, yes, the insurance company is going to charge you an interest rate because they're here to be profitable. We want them to be profitable. We're part owners. We get to enjoy this compound growth because, remember, our money's still completely uninterrupted in its compound growth, which is fantastic. And we go out and we did whatever we did with money. Well, if I took that cash value and I paid off a debt, doesn't that free up some money from my regular cash flows that I could put back into my system? I could fill this back up. I paid off the Capital One or the Wells Fargo or the whatever it was, and now that means that I've got some money freed up from my cash flows to put back into my system, because there will be the next thing that I'm going to want to do next. And the insurance company was also going to charge me some interest, right? So I want to refill this back, and I do want to pay interest to the insurance company. I also want to put in some extra. So once this is refilled, I want to put in some extra, because the market rate for these credit cards, y'all know, they're in the 20s and 30s and stuff like that, right? The insurance company's not going to charge numbers like that. It's going to be a real conservative number, whatever it is, whether it's, a 4% or a 5%, whatever that number is, real conservative. But that interest that I would have paid to somebody else, I think it should still go back into my system. If I would have paid it to Wells Fargo, I think I ought to give it to myself. If I would have paid it to Capital One, I think I ought to give it to myself. So that can be extra premium into my system. And if every time that we put money in cup number 1 as premium, doesn't that also then inherently make the death benefit go up? And if it makes the death benefit go up, see, I'm pulling from the right cup, the way that you like this stuff.
My man.
Doesn't that also then make the cash value go up? So the answer is yes, Robert. The insurance company charges interest just like anybody would. They're here to be profitable. They've been around for over 100 years being profitable. And when they do earn, they pay us these dividends, which also goes into our system. And then that also grows the cash value, also grows the death benefit. So they're being profitable, giving us this guaranteed growth and compounding, and how we treat this system is even the greater impact, freeing up interest dollars that used to go to debts that we used to have, etc.
Love it. Those are some of the I's. Did you guys get it? Income, insurance, interest, coming and going.
And you could be making investments like Star was talking about.
We have investments to get to. Star, I got you in just 1 second. Liz asks, interest paid back is included in PUA, correct? No. You get to decide. You get to be the banker, so it can be, but it's not automatic. Okay, so it depends on how you're thinking about it, but you get to direct those funds, Liz. Okay, when you're paying money back to the insurance company, if it's a legitimate question or you're just trying to prompt a conversation, either way is cool because you may know the answer. So when we decide we're going to take a loan from the insurance company's pool for us, our cash value, take a loan against our money that they owe us, we're going to pay it back with interest. We get to decide. We're telling the insurance company. We can tell them, hey, I'd like to pay that amount of money here, whatever. We just, for the visual, are trying to help you understand. This is returning the borrowing, and this extra interest we charge ourselves often goes here in our explanations. Mm-hmm. Okay, but Liz, great question. You get to pick. Okay, they're going to send you the papers when you see that stuff annually and stuff like that at different times. You get to tell them where you're directing the money you're putting back. Star says level whole life would be more expensive. Remember, this is a banking system and we're depositing it in Star. So you get to pick your premium, but it doesn't change once you pick it. If I have premium that I'm deciding I'm going to start a policy with today, that premium does not rise over the course of my life. We tried to tell you that before, and you're trying to trick us and say, but wait, there's a different answer to the same question. No, it's the same answer. Premium doesn't rise. It is level in whole life insurance. So once you decide what it is, because I'm going to put as much money as possible in my deposits.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't get higher or go up throughout my life. Got it? Is that an okay and fair way to think about it, Star? I deposited all of my money in Wells Fargo back in the day. All of it. I hope my deposits go up.
And you never said, my goodness, my deposits are too expensive.
Yes, my deposits are too expensive, but it was expensive because every time you gave them money, they made money, gave you nothing.
Right.
It was too expensive. So I'm going to put it in a place, my money, deposit as much as I can into a place where they give me all these benefits, growth, income tax-free treatment, as well as liquidity. I'm going for all of it, baby. Hopefully that made sense. Double tap on the screen if it did, if you like loving or learning anything here. Robert, hope you got some love out there from Jesse. He explained it to you, but we were looking at the ceiling for like 5 minutes. So did you get it? Okay. He's asking new questions. I love it, Robert. Does the death benefit everybody out there? Shout out to our YouTube family, our TikTok family at the Banking Bros, and our Zoom. Robert has a new question. Go ahead and ask it, Jesse.
Okay, so the question is, does the death benefit and or the cash value fluctuate based on the premium paid? Okay, so death benefit grows, period, right? The cash value grows, period. So every time that you pay premiums, it fluctuates in that it goes up, okay? So the way we build policies, it's not like you're paying a set premium for a set death benefit, and that doesn't change. The way we build these policies and the companies that we build these policies with, that premium payment is going to keep buying more death benefit, which is going to keep making that cash value increase. So the fluctuation there by you paying premiums goes up. Now, it'll be in proportion to your premiums. I mean, of course, the more capital you put in your system, it'll make bigger numbers, no question, right? But everybody gets to pick their number. Everybody gets to go with their pace. And then a fluctuation that you might see in the cash value, of course, is when you get to it. So if I have $10 in there, and that's just what I'm showing here for an example, right? If I take $10 out of this, well, it's less $10 for the time that I've taken it out, but I've gotten it and I've used it for whatever I wanted, of course, which again, maybe I was paying a debt off. Maybe I was making an investment where I'm going to have some profits. And when I do come to the end of that investment, or I do pay that thing off and I've got cash flow or profit to put somewhere, I want it back in this system. So it would fluctuate according to your behavior outside of just growing.
Okay, so he asked a much simpler question during that explanation. But for an example, would $500 premium and $1,000 premium have different numbers? Yes.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
Yes, but I'm saying, like,
that.
of course, if we give
Good
the
example.
insurance company, if we give the insurance company $1,000 in premium, it's going to buy a different amount of death benefit, which in turn gives us a different amount of cash value than if we give them $10 million here, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Great question, though. Linus, welcome home, baby. You can't hear us yet. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, did he
Linus, what's
smile?
good? All right, that's another beard right there.
Looking good.
Okay. Great question for you out there. But when you die, you don't get the cash value. Zachary, you're dead, man. So I don't plan
You're not
to get
getting
anything.
nothing.
I'm getting my eternal reward, right? It's a little bit better than cash, I hope. Everybody, read your Bible, pray every day, and you'll grow, grow, grow. So you're dead, you get nothing. Your beneficiaries get the money, of course. Now, Zachary knows that. I'm making fun of him. He knows that. Okay. Cash value is the equity of the total. Cash value is not a separate pool, but I put it in a separate cup so you could see it. Cash value is how much of the death benefit they are paying your family, friends, church, and charities. If you, that's death benefit. I'm sorry. Cash value is how much net equity you had in that the day before you died or the day you started. Cash value is not a separate pool of money. It's how much of the money you bought you can get to. You guys got it? Okay, what are we asking, Liz? When you die with cash value loans, that subtracts from the death benefit, right? Because it is a prepayment of the death benefit. It's the equity you had in death benefit.
You already got to it.
So everybody help me out there. If you have a $500,000 house and you decide to put that $500,000, $500,000 house on the market.
Okay.
You're going to sell it.
Okay.
You have $250,000 of equity.
Okay.
You sell your $500,000 house.
All right.
How much money do you end up with? It sells.
I'm going to get the $500,000 for selling it.
Hold on. Did you guys get that? Did you get that? You have a $500,000 house? Saint danger. No. You sold your $500,000 house. You had equity, $250,000. The seller buys your house. How much money do they give you?
$500,000.
I just said it was a $500,000 house.
Yep.
So how much money do you have?
$500,000
house. What happened to your equity?
It was in the sale.
It was in the sale. It's gone. It wasn't a separate pool of money. It was how much of your $500,000 house you had equity in. But you sold the house for $500,000. It's a bigger number. You have $500,000 now, and it's liquid. You also have no house. Buy a new house, maybe, or maybe get a camper, trailer. Linus also got it wrong.
Give him time.
If Linus has a $500,000 house and he sells it, he has equity. He has $250,000 proceeds, yes, but he has $500,000 now and no equity. That's the point we're trying to get across. Linus knows that, of course. Okay, what's up, KKNSM? Welcome back. Do that with a mortgage example. We'd love to, but we put all those type of crazy numbers inside our examples. Okay, so we have a video for you, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and watch it at the Banking Bros. Click right there. Go to our regular profile. One link to rule them all, save and spend system. Click that link. And when you click that one link, it'll take you to everything. Mordor, right? Did I get that right?
I mean, that's the name of a place, the bad place.
Oh, never mind. So don't go there. I don't know. I was giving myself some props. I was like, I'm out here with fantasy. Y'all ain't ready for this. You're getting everything on this channel. Okay, what other questions did you have out there? What's up, Epic? We're glad you are here. Go ahead and like and follow and share. Okay, the ROI of death benefit minus loans is still great for beneficiaries. Yes, it is. Ring Jeff knows. Welcome back, Ring Jeff. I remember Ring Jeff from the other night. Okay, Watt Smoke. What's the ratio of death benefit to cash value? It's kind of the other way around. What's the ratio of cash value to death benefit? But cash value is the equity of your death benefit. You'll never figure it out. It's a moving target. It's the equity. And you guys know this, but you're not listening to the words. Equity is how much of the death benefit you've got liquidity in, how much you've got control over, how much is paid off of the total. How's the math computed? Don't worry, they put it on.
Sounds like an engineer. I spoke with an engineer this past week, and they are interested in those types of things. And when you realize that these insurance companies that have been around for over 100 years have teams of actuaries that are calculating this, I think that, you know, just about only engineers are going to be interested in that level of the math.
Now, most of the time I'm getting asked the question, what is going on? Because they're trying to treat this as an investment and a return scenario in their mind. That's a bad way to understand banking. But Benny says, please don't tell me you're selling IULs. Okay, I won't. Because I'm not. Because I'm not. I'm an engineer by trade. Watt Smoke. So here's So number one, I want to tell Watt Smoke because it's legitimate, but I want to delegitimize it for a second, so you understand something and the way we typically express it.
I'm just glad I called it.
The paperwork gives you the net growing cash all the time. So if you don't want to do the math, great. They already gave you the net growing liquid cash, non-taxable. So you don't have to do the math. And how they come up with it, that's called product pricing, charges and things like that, because you bought death benefit from them, and two, mortality cost, because they're trying to figure out when these people who have policies are going to die off and stop paying money, and they'll have to return the growth of the capital. That's how they figured out. Put those things together, and now you have a pool of funds protected by the insurance company, growing in equity or cash value for use for the person that never goes bad, wrong, or backward. But they gave you all of the answers without showing you the math on the illustration. They gave you the answers. Here's how much cash it will be at any given time. If you call in and your family says you're dead, here's what it will be at that point. And here's what the net equity would have been the day before you died, or the day before that, or the day before that. They put it in the paperwork. Got it? All right. Hello says, life insurance BS ain't this. Well, you're in the wrong channel, baby, because we're going to tell you what is guaranteed to grow in cash flow. Okay, I understand that underwriters do it, but what is it? I would like to.
Yeah, you're just out here wanting to play those games, do those mental exercises. You should call the underwriters at
any company, and you should try. You should try. It's impossible. Good luck.
I would
call any of those underwriters. They will go, ugh. They will look at their computer. They will click and click and click and click and click and click and click, and they can only tell you about an actual specific contract policy in person at that time.
Right.
Because it's moving targets.
Yeah, while it might be an interesting mental exercise for you with your engineering background, what I would say, practically speaking, is once you've seen that presentation on our website, just to have an introductory nuts and bolts overview of this whole concept, I would encourage you to check out the book that we referenced called Becoming Your Own Banker. The author does, I wasn't going to touch it because I figured it would move your wire. See, I'm trying to think about your tech setup and whatnot. But there's a book called Becoming Your Own Banker. You can check out our links in the bio to get a hold of that. And it's got a pretty good inside look at that kind of stuff, my engineering friend. So those are my recommendations for you there.
All right. Love it. Robert is back on our Zoom. Remember, weekly, if you're following us, you can get to our live events on Zoom as well. Okay, let me ask this, Robert says. What's to prevent someone from purchasing whole life policy, taking the max of the cash value? So far, I've done both of these things. Have you done both of these things so far? Okay, we're 2 for 2. So we're here with you. We got, nope. Okay, and then dropping the policy without paying it back.
Well, those are two separate things right there. Then dropping the policy is one thing.
Preventing you from doing that.
Without paying it back is another thing.
And nothing is preventing you from that.
Yeah.
Robert, hit us back with what's your points, because there's a couple things going on in there, and there's a come from mentally. Help us understand why you asked that. Nothing is preventing you from that. But I know what you're thinking, but I don't want to say it until you get out your next thought. Because I know I would put $2 of fake money on, I know what you're thinking, but I don't know why. But I could be wrong, and I don't know why. But I'm willing to put
Does it have something to do with get rich quick or ROI?
He thinks that the cash value is going to be higher than the premium he put in, so he can get to cash value higher.
That was my way of saying get rich quick or ROI, or I put in a one-time premium and it's like a lottery and it gives me more somehow.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah. 2 verse 2.4 billion. No hate. Come on. It's on the YouTube.
We are on the YouTube.
I would only buy cash value life insurance from a mutual company. Me too, Benny.
Hallelujah.
Now, if I lived in Canada, I'd have to buy it from a potentially non-mutual experience. But I live in the U.S., so I can get it with mutual companies and dividends.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit, because you can only take a percentage of what you put in? No.
I'm glad.
We're not going to take anything that we put in. We're going to borrow against what we bought, and we can withdraw our own money if we wanted to or needed to. We're not going to push that early. We're not going to confuse you.
Yeah. So going back to what Robert, he said, yeah, we guessed right. Exactly.
I told you I put $2 on. I know what people are asking.
Yeah, no,
right.
I knew you had it. I knew you had it for sure. Yep. It's a process, folks. This is banking just is. Money has to go somewhere. What we're saying is you can own this private piece of property where you can save and spend from an entity that you own and control and that you profit from your whole life. Why would I do one thing with this appreciating asset that I own for my whole life and then throw it away? Not happening. I am a purchaser of whole life insurance.
There you go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap in just a few minutes here this afternoon, so keep getting your questions in. We'd love to entertain them, and we want to remind you that there is a free consultation waiting for you with one of our coaches. Maybe you're already affiliated with one of our coaches out there. Liz in the chat, she is one of our coaches. Jesse here is getting his link put into the Zoom comment section here in the chat.
Sure I am.
And if you want to talk with Jesse, you can do that. Jesse, you taking real calls from real people and helping you get started?
Yep.
Today. Love it. Okay, what questions do you have as we corner this today? What's up, E? 3586. What's up? Quick question. Are premium payments or PUAs taxable? No. It's a weird way to ask that question. I think there's probably a little bit more behind it. Normally, we're putting in after-tax dollars into premium, and it's going to grow and increase for us, and the value of this policy is going to be income tax-free when we pull out loans and take money against loans. No taxable growth. Death benefits are not, premium payments, or we're paying a bill. I'm not sure what you mean by taxable there, but hopefully I answered your question. KKNSF Bay. What does that stand for? You're on here. We love you. I don't know what that means. It's probably KK in San Francisco Bay. Okay, so I guess. And what are your names? What's your name? Come on. Are you talking about life insurance? Not too long since I got in. Yes, we're talking about utilizing a certain type of properly structured life insurance plan for cash. Not just dying, not just your family, for cash. What's up, Catherine? I got it now. Star, how to overpay monthly, yearly without being taxed. MEC. We're going to check the box for you so you don't MEC the policy by putting in too much. Then we'll help you not put in too much. It's not that hard. The internet will make you think this is normal. The internet will make you think you don't have a coach. You need to figure it out yourself. First off, once again, the actuaries and underwriters are going to tell us numbers. We're going to check the box that says don't let us go too far when we put money in, and you never have to figure anything out. So don't worry about it. I love that you're a fangirl. Love that you're here. Next time I'm in San Fran, we coming by. We're going to share this with your family and friends. Break some bread together, right? Where are you guys? I'm going to be in California in 4 weeks, but way lower than San Fran. And we're going to be hanging out.
What's up, Chad? See you on YouTube. Make sure to get in a question while we're still here for a couple of minutes. Appreciate the shout out. Icy, Hardy, going to go see the video. That's a good idea. I love it.
Linus, you coming? Cool. It's been a while since we got to hang, Linus. Where are we going? Is it Santa Monica? Is it Santa Monica? Okay. Yeah. Love it. I'll be in Santa Monica coming up in 3 weeks. Everybody, come see us. Come say hey. I haven't been in Santa Barbara. Never mind. Santa Barbara. Don't come see me in Santa Monica. Won't be there.
I like that question I see on TikTok. Do you only pull out loans for cash flowing opportunities? I haven't. I don't necessarily. I prefer those. I mean, we all use money essentially for two things, right? We consume some, and then we use some for profit, I would say. Like in general, those are the two ways we could use money. We're going to just use some for clothes and food and whatever it is that we're doing in life. Vacation this year, like we're going to consume some of it. And then, of course, there are opportunities out there where we could profit. So profits are better, right? Kiyosaki in my mind sticks out, say, well, let your assets pay for liabilities. So, of course, this right here in and of itself is an appreciating asset. So if we use the policy for the things that we are going to consume anyway, and we're a good banker with this system, that's a great way to use the save and spend system for things that you're going to do anyway. So you choose. Be your own banker.
Love it. Great question coming up. I'm about to get to it, Mr. Popular. But Detroit, I meant you can't take a larger loan than the percentage of what you've deposited, correct? Yes, you can. You can take whatever is here. These dollars compound and grow. They get bigger here. We realize the growth in death benefit rising and in cash value going up. I deposited money in March in a policy that's 9 years old, and the new total of cash that I could take out was more money than I put in.
Yep.
You guys have a tendency out there when you're just starting, getting excited, to think about day one only. Well, I'm already in day 2 and day 3 and day 4. Day 1 is the minimum amount of something compounding and growing, and day a billion, the day before I die, is the biggest day. So over time, my dollars are compounding. The growth is being realized in what I bought and the equity of what I bought. So yes, I'm actually able, cash on cash return, to put in one and get more than one to use. All right, Caden, we don't use IULs around here. We use guaranteed growing and cash flowing insurance. What type of insurance do we like? What do we use? Come on, Caden. And this question, Mr. Popular.
Okay.
You ready for it?
Yeah.
How do they calculate what we can borrow from our policies with 32 question marks?
With 32 question marks.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's a big question.
So in the beginning, for you day oneers out there, I've been there, but like Jay do, that was about 9 years ago. So in the beginning, the cash value is going to be relative to the premiums that you're paying. Like Robert was talking earlier, is there a difference in the cash value based on if I pay $500 a month versus $1,000 a month? Of course, there's a difference there because one number is bigger than the other, right? But no matter what, we build policies to have a significant cash value relative to the premium regardless. So that means that month one, year one, brand new policy, typically speaking, the lion's share of the premium that you've paid, even in year one, month one, creates a cash value of, like I said, the lion's share, more than half. So a significant portion. And I normally relate it to folks looking at it like this. Imagine that you were buying a business. There's a lot of time and money that goes into starting a business, right? So imagine you put some money to start a business in year one, but it created an equity of over half of its original value, even in year one. If there's a business out there that creates that kind of cash flow in year one, that's a great business. And all this system does is get better and better over time, more and more efficient, to that point where JD was saying, yeah, you're putting in the same level premiums and it's creating more in cash value than you're even paying in premiums.
Okay, love it. Danielle speaks. Daniel's, I don't know, but you've been on here before. Can you give us some real, haven't you been here before? Daniel E. Spears. You've been here before. And Daniel E. Spears says, can you give us some real money examples? Yes, the same ones I already built for you in the video. Daniel, it's still there. Did you watch it? Kayshawn on YouTube, what's good? I'll come back to you, Daniel. Go ahead and type. I'll give you time to respond. Kayshawn, you're on my calendar, baby.
Awesome.
I saw, and I texted you back, didn't you? You said that you'd already watched the video. Well, let's talk before Saturday. You want to talk before Saturday? You want to keep it at the same time? The reason that I'm asking is because my calendar is letting people get on it, and we have the busiest Saturday of all time.
I saw that too. I had the same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. I got calls on Saturday, and I had some time blocked off. Here we are.
Okay. Kayshawn, I'd love to walk and talk it through with you. How'd you find us? Was it YouTube? Was it some other platform? Did someone tell you that the Banking Bros and the Cash Compound were where you needed to be? I look forward to it. Thanks for texting me back. A lot of people think those texts are automated. Okay.
Daniel needs to finish the video. Yes.
Daniel, at the end of the video, at 45 minutes to 60 or 45 to 55, however long it is, there is an amortized debt payoff. We built one for you. So maybe that helps you halfway get there. I'd love to talk to you about it once you watch it, just to make sure you've seen our stuff. So you ask some intelligent questions about who we are and what we do, so I don't have to warm you up to something I already made. Once you watch it, then let's talk for sure. I'm a debt consultant. I love that idea so far, and I'm opening a barbershop, and I really like what I'm seeing or whatever.
Awesome.
Cool. Yeah, I want to talk it through with you, but watch the video. Yes, sir. Okay, let's talk before that. Can we talk this afternoon or evening, Kayshawn? All right, we've got a brother. So the Banking Bros, me and my little brother, we have another brother in the DMV. He's in Baltimore. And he has a birthday today.
Awesome.
Access Carolina, Chad. What? Where are you, Chad? I have been on Access Carolina talking about the Cash Compound once or twice on TV, local television.
Okay.
Not in several months. What's up, Chad?
Cool.
Where you living? Where you at? North, South Carolina, Greenville, Upstate, Anderson? Kayshawn, I'm glad you are here. Let's go. Okay. Lennis, we're partying hard coming up in a couple weeks, man.
I see you,
Are you
Gavin.
taking the missus? The +1? Is she coming? Oh, wonderful. Good. Very good. Okay, we're going to talk about credit cards and stuff. I want you to walk me through some credit card stuff when we go. Pickens. Congratulations to Linus. Linus is a part of our team as well, and our greater team, the Money Multiplier. If you see that on some of our YouTube channel, you'll see more Money Multiplier affiliated stuff in our content. Linus is part of that team, and we're going to hang because we don't play around here. Cash Compound and Money Multiplier, we are top 5 percenters, maybe top 1% in the entire world of life insurance and education around that, and we don't play. So we're going to go on a big incentive trip to Santa Barbara coming up soon. Okay, we're going to roll out in just a few minutes. Alaska, what's good? Where are you at?
Just got his policy active this week.
Alaska did?
Yep, Gavin. His name's Gavin.
Oh,
Yep.
Gavin. Yeah, Gavin. Yep. I see the things pop up on my. Did I help Gavin?
You
Gavin?
did. Yeah,
that was me.
He's saying thanks to both of us.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
He's
Gavin.
saying thank you.
All right, we got to follow you if I'm not. I don't know if we are. No, Gavin, my man.
Congratulations.
Daniel, do you guys have other sources of compensation, also just cash compounding? Working in the UP. We were talking about the UP earlier.
We were.
No, the UP of Alaska or the UP of
Michigan's what
Michigan.
popped into my mind.
Yeah, we were talking about Michigan earlier.
Yeah.
But when I saw UP,
This
is there a
this is in his
UP in
handle
Alaska?
or whatever? I mean, is there? I don't know.
What else do y'all do for money? Well, we loan money out like
We're
crazy
bankers.
for stuff. Yeah, we loan money out for mostly collateralized assets like real estate stuff to people we kind of know. That's what we do.
I like raw land deals.
Hit them up. Roger. I live 30 minutes from Santa Barbara. When is the event and is there a cost? Roger, this is an incentive trip from one of our favorite insurance companies because they really like what we're doing with infinite banking and we help a lot of people. So, Roger, hit me in the DMs. We might invite you and sneak you in the back to one of our parties, something like that. If you're fun. If you're fun. If you're not fun, I'm going to leave you on red. Check out your TikTok, and then I'll just call you for a consultation because you're not fun. Where do you live? Where do you live? What's 30 minutes from Santa Barbara? I'm telling you what's up. Liz, I want you on this trip next year. Liz, we got to put in some folks here. Okay, I have 32 acres in Santa Cruz, and that's very interesting. Okay, you might have a investor. Oxnard. Yeah, I don't have a clue where that is. Well, I'm from Kern County. Who in California knows Kern County? That's where me and my brother moved from to get to South Carolina. Okay, we're going to wrap it up here in a second. I got to go pack for my trip with Linus. Roger, hit me up. Let us know. We'll have that conversation. Kayshawn, I'm going to call you soon, maybe this evening, okay? And we'll get in the conversation. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, we suggest you save your money, spend someone else's. There's a way to do that. Guaranteed, proven, works every time, and it's income tax-free and growing for the rest of your whole life. We're out here doing code-cracking cash flow stuff with Linus very soon. So help me understand some of the things you're doing. I want to know. Linus is smart.
Yeah, he is.
Linus grew up on one of them white people compounds.
White people compounds.
Those religious white people compounds. They be knowing stuff. They don't want you to know that they know stuff, but they know lots of stuff. And I didn't grow up in that environment. I was watching cable.
No,
I was
you
watching
didn't.
cable.
You don't know a sycamore tree from a holly tree.
All right, peace. All right, Gavin, I'm glad we're following you now and connected, man. We're helping a lot of people. Okay, is the video pinned on YouTube? If you're on YouTube looking for it, it's called Save and Spend Presentation. Okay, Save and Spend Presentation. If you are, got an Oakland baby out there. Liz is born in Oakland. It's way up there. That's a different country than SoCal, of course. But don't worry, my dad was from Monterey, so I live there too. Peace, everybody. We're out.
See y'all.
Come get me, Mom. I'm done.